Hello everyone, welcome back to another video. This is your host, Big Black 420i. Today, as you can see, we are doing another truck review. And this truck here is and forgive me if I say the last name on this truck because, I've never been known as like the best of readers. So if I happen to mess up the name on this, please forgive me, alright? Because I've seen this truck around but never knew the actual name of it. So here we go. Here goes nothing. This is a Freightliner Coronado. Hopefully I'm pronouncing that right. I could be saying it wrong. If I am, I apologize. But this is the truck. Now, this truck here really basically, what you see is basically what you're going to get. You can't really switch up too many things on this truck. Alright, you can switch up the bumper. I put a chrome bumper or a different bumper on here. I don't know if both of them were chrome or not, but this was the bumper that I did pick. You have two choices on that. The fog lamps in the bumper, those you can choose to pick as well, but there's only like one pair that goes in that's actually built for the bumper. Everything else looks like it's external but mounted by the light. It doesn't really look right. But yeah, that's what I have there for the bumper. My visor, the only thing I was able to switch on the visor was basically that chrome strip. They give you the option to either have that strip in chrome or in red, the color that you paint the truck in. Once again, I also have my front end mirrors on the nose. I have those. They allow you to add those in. Also, on the side of my bumper, the pieces that sticks up. They also, you also have the option to buy those as well. Now, the main other thing that this truck allows you to do is the side piece here. Now, this is really the only thing they allow you to really do and stuff. You can't put any lights on it. This is the most that you can do. You can either pick something like this, or I believe a different side to where it shows, to where it shows like more of a body paneling, if I'm not mistaken. I actually wasn't paying too much attention towards that because I was actually thinking about something else. I apologize. But this is one of the sides that you can get, and I like it a lot bigger, so that's the one that I picked. Now, as far as the back, you can't really change anything in the back. The only thing you're really able to change in the back is the mud flaps. Alright, you have regular mud flaps that's labeled Freightliner on the bottom. That's mounted on a black bracket. And the option is that you can either have it on the black bracket or the chrome bracket that you see here. And again, with the flames. The other thing that you can also add is smoke. They allow you to put smoke on your stacks, which I do like, but I will say it would be so much nicer to have the amount of smoke that comes out of them to work mainly on throttle. Like you have two different types of smoke. You have like, at least for like starters, you know what I'm saying? You have like a little bit of smoke just for like idle. And then you see that amount of smoke, or a little bit more, or a little darker as you're hitting the gas, or it gets darker as you hit the gas and thicker. That would be nice, and I wouldn't put it past anybody now that the idea has now been thrown out there. I'm pretty sure probably within the next 6 months, someone's gonna probably try to throw that out there. And if so, please send me the information on it so I can be the first to do the review, because I'm dying to see that. Now, that's basically it for the outside though. Oh, I'm sorry. You also have your light bar on the top. Now, I kind of like this light bar just for the simple fact that if you look really closely at the detail inside the light bar, I mean, yes, the outer part of the light bar looks like it belongs in an RC car. And I know because I have one of those type of light bars actually sitting right in front of me on my car dashboard, on my little car unit that I drive this truck in. But because it looks just like that. But despite that, look at inside, because you can clearly see that these are not strobes or LEDs. These are rotators. And one of the things that I like is that the rotators are sitting in different positions. They're not just, stationary, sitting like one position. All right, now that may not seem like much to you, but for me, I like that detail and stuff because in real life, rotators don't sit in one direction like that unless you're dealing with an electronic diamond light bar, which this isn't it. So, I do like the idea of that detail there. Let's see if they work. Oh yeah, they work. Unfortunately, the pieces inside don't turn, but I'm pretty sure that in the future, that little detail is going to be thrown in. I know it. It's just a matter of timing. If the graphics has gotten this good, I'm pretty sure other things will be added in soon. But yes, those lights do work, and that is a good thing. Wait a minute. What am I seeing here? You know, you may not. I can tell. I know that you're not going to be able to see this. The only way you're going to see this detail is that if you have the truck on your own screen. But it actually shows like a little itty bitty dot on the far left rotator reflector piece. There's like a little piece in there that's actually turning. It's not the whole reflector unit, but something in there is rotating inside. So I know if they can go that far, I know it's just a matter of time for the whole piece is turning. So I'm just gonna sit back and wait on that. Now let's go to the inside of this rig. Oops, wrong button. Can we go to the back? So far we can see the back. Can we go inside? Yes! Yes! Oh yeah, we can go to the back. And you know what? That computer and that disc looks very familiar. Alright. If anybody remembered, when you was playing the Euro Truck Simulator, and if anybody ever drove the Kenworth long luxury sleeper, then you're going to know what this computer and disc means, because something tells me that if I start up this truck or turn on the lights or do something, that disc is going to go into the computer disc is going to go up, and something's going to pop up on there. Now this might be saying a lot, but I want to know right now. Oh, I was right. I like that. Now, I don't see anything on the monitor, but it is at least nice to know that the detail of that had gone in. And that's a signature move, because there's only one other truck that I've seen that has that. And that's that Kenworth long luxury sleeper, which means I can't help but think that the person who made this Freightliner is the same designer who made the luxury long sleeper Kenworth. Alright, if it is, thank you. Now, let's see, since the truck is already running, let's check out the lights and see if they all work. Alright. We got our headlights, or the marker lights, because I just pressed it once. Alright, those are the headlights. Alright, so the marker lights are just slightly dimmer, and the headlights come on bright like that. Put on the high beams. Alright, we got our high beams, but the fog lamps that I was working with do not work. So let's try this. Let's try this again. Oh yeah. Now that's what I'm talking about. The amber fog lamps that I had added into the bumpers work. That's what I like to see. That's exactly what I like to see. Nice. Alright. Let's go to the back. Let's check out the lights back here. Now we already have our headlights on. But this is how they look off. Brake lights, parking lights, or markers. Alright. We got our reverses. Left blinker, right blinker. Oh, by the way, judging by the suspension, this is an air ride suspension on this truck. Just curious though, where are the blinkers on this truck? No way. You know, unfortunately, I don't know this truck well enough because I've only seen it around like a handful of times. I really do not know where the signal lights are supposed to be on this truck. So I can't even tell you if that's right or wrong. And that's a little disappointing on my end because I generally know these things, you know, with the trucks visually. I may not know the names of them half the darn time, or well, yeah. I mean, I know if they're Freightliner Coronado, people, things like that and stuff. But the last names of the trucks and their stats, I may not know all of that. But visually, I got like a photographic memory. Things like that I would know. And for some reason, I cannot determine if that's the right place for that signal light to be. But let's continue to the side because I just spotted something else that kind of makes up for it. You know what? That makes up for it. I likes that. We've got working signal lights on the side of the sleeper and on the side of what looks like the air intake. I like that. You know what? Yeah, I like that. That gets a thumbs up for me. I didn't even see that. The only thing I was looking at before was that light there. I didn't even bother to look through the rest, and it actually has it. Nice. Real nice. Well, now that we have the truck set up, let's see if we can find a load. Alright, we found ourselves a nice load. Now, keep in mind, when we do these reviews and we do the runs, yeah, sometimes I may go on a long run if I really want to see the truck, like if a truck really got my attention. But on an average review, we do like short runs. You know what I'm saying? It all depends on how strong the truck is, the sound and all of that. As a matter of fact, I never even bothered to even hear the sound of this truck yet. Why don't we do that now? Not bad. Not bad at all. Alright. Let's get to where we got to go. Pick up that load and hop onto it. Okay, this is not my normal transmission. Well, so far from what I'm seeing, the engine isn't the best sounding engine, but it sounds a hell of a lot better than some of the other ones that I come across. Yeah, I guess I really hit the wrong gear on that one now, didn't I? So far from what I'm seeing, it looks like a pretty darn good mod. I mean, you may not be able to add too many things to this truck, but I mean, think about it. Certain things you can buy, you don't have to add anything to it. Now, I don't mean that the ones that you gotta add to it is better than the ones that you don't. In no way, shape, or form am I saying that, because everything has its own characteristics. It all has to do with who's driving the truck and what they want to see on the truck. You know what I'm saying? But you know, but what my point is though is that everything does have its own taste. And from what I'm seeing from my eyes, just based on how I look at things, even though I can't add too much to the truck, I don't think it really needs all that other jazz on it, because the truck has a nice bit of chrome and stuff. It's got its own curves. You know what I'm saying? It is a nice looking truck. I was actually looking for this truck for a while, you know, and once again, like I said, I didn't know the names to them, but I knew what they looked like, and that was all that mattered to me. Oh no, I'm not doing a long run with this truck. I gotta be impressed. After this run though, if I like what I see, I might do one with it. It depends. There's certain other criteria that I like to check out beforehand. Yeah, that's an interesting looking GPS. Gotta adjust my seat again because I cannot see anything out this mirror. Wow, really? I can't go no farther back than that? Wow. Well, that's one thing that's kind of getting me, because I like that. I like to be able to see my mirrors. You know what I'm saying? At least at least like to have this one in the shot, so this way I can see what I gotta see nicely. I don't really like having a truck that makes me have to do this. If I'm driving a truck and I gotta put a mirror up there instead of using the truck's own mirror, me personally, that kind of bothers me. You know what I'm saying? But you know what I'm saying. I want to use as much as the truck's visuals as possible. You know what I'm saying? So and I'm using a 55-inch screen, so it's not like my screen ain't big enough. I mean, it's quite large, and I still can't see that mirror. So I am forced to not just have this mirror up, but now I got to have this mirror up now as well. Now, let's see. Okay, I just took off the air. I just hit the brake, and it actually does have a realistical sounding air brakes sound system to it. So I do like that. That GPS, if you notice, the GPS has an unusual looking background to it, like actually background type texture. You don't really see that on GPSs. I like it on this one because it's something different. That I can go for, because it actually looks like it's something that could actually work, something that could actually be there. I wasn't paying attention as much as I thought I was. I'm glad I didn't go any harder. I just smacked my trailer on the gate. Let's try this again. See, I was trying not to get into no accident by hitting an incoming car though too. Not knowing the traffic since I went out without looking. So I could pull it off since it wasn't like a fully long trailer, but that's a lesson learned. Don't believe that jazz. Now, one of the things that I have noticed about this truck is that, you remember the other Freightliner that I done? A black Freightliner? I don't know the name to her, but it's the only other truck, only other Freightliner that I've done a review on. Well, the interior and the characteristics of that interior are very similar in this truck. For example, inside that other black Freightliner that it shares with this one is that it has a gear gauge in red LED lettering. All right, it's located near the. If you look at the bottom of the GPS and look a little bit to your left, you're going to see something moving. I'm purposely making you change the number so you can see what it's doing. Well, that's the unit that I'm referring to. All right, so it's nice to know that this truck has that as well, and that it shares Freightliner characteristics. Yeah, I think I just ran that. Like I said before, the sound of the truck is not bad. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I can work with the sound on this stuff. You know, it sounds pretty good. You know, I like it. But one thing that I've got to check is one thing that I have not checked yet. Oops. Me over here making sure I do it right. Yeah, one thing I have not checked, and that's the Jake brake. I want to know what that sounds like. Jake brake activated. Okay, I know that sound. I know that sound well. The Jake brake on this truck is the same exact type of Jake brake that's inside American Truck Simulator. I know that sound anywhere. That Jake brake is distinctive with the W900. Well, at least it's got a loud Jake brake, and it works. Now you see, I was trying to, once again, try to straighten the truck out using my reverse mirrors. Sometimes they help me, sometimes they don't. Now see, one thing I do like about this truck though, I like its shape. I like the truck's curves. You know what I'm saying? The truck does have nice set of curves. Now me, I do like trucks that's more squared in box and stuff, you know, like the Peterbilts, you know what I'm saying, and like the W900 Kenworth. You know what I'm saying? But I do like a truck that's got some curves on it as well. Now you got some trucks out there, stuff that like tries to mimic or tries to make their own type of thing with it, but at the same, yeah, let me take that chance because I see traffic moving. All right, I made it through that intersection blindly. Nice. All right, so as I was saying, like, you know, you got some of those other trucks and stuff that sometimes, in my opinion, you know, kind of goes too far to like try to make it look so sporty, kind of looks like a car, kind of, for me, takes away that look of a truck. Well, Freightliner, in my eyes, has been pretty good with making their trucks. Because in my eyes, like this is like it still holds a lot of truck characteristics, but it ain't overbearing. Nice little intro to the highway. It's a working truck though, I give you that. It is pulling. Well, let's change views. Alright, let's see how she drives on the highway from this view here. Just get that little screen on. Alright, there we go. Now, once again, I really wish I was able to use the truck's own mirror instead of having to use, you know, the default mirror. You know, but outside of that, I like the way the inside of the truck looks, you know what I'm saying? I mean, it has some luxurious feel to it. I gotta admit, it really does. It actually has some luxurious feel to it. I mean, like, you have two different interiors with this truck. You have this one, and you have another one that also has wood trim, but you see where the leather is on my wheel? That's where the wood trim is on the other wheel, and the part where the wood trim is currently at now is black leather. You know what I'm saying? So that's one of the other characteristics. Nylon is matte fat, and that's how everything else is as well. Like everything is switched up to black instead of the beige. Now I picked the beige here because, well, I wanted to do something different. I wanted to try a little something outside the box. You know, but from what I'm seeing, it's pretty nice. You know, everything's seems to be working nicely. Got your little cell phone and all that. Got your little radio, which I don't know what's on that radio, but all right. Let's try this. Every now and then, I've always liked to try something crazy like that. Like, yeah, let me go to the back, you know what I'm saying? Or like, well, not like driving from the back and stuff, but at least you can see it from the eyes of a passenger. You know what I'm saying? And the way it actually looks here, it actually looks like there could be an actual driver there because there's enough covered for it to look like there could be somebody there. You know what I'm saying? So you can kind of use your imagination with this. Ooh, that's one thing I would like to check out if I can get back into a straightaway to see how the traffic looks outside the walls there. Let's see now if I can pull this off. Nope. Alright, straight. That's what I wanted to see, how that looked. Don't ask me why. I've always liked how that always looked. That gives you like that whole feeling of being a passenger. I would like to try to look at some through some of the other windows and stuff because, well, think about it. A lot of trucks that you get, you can't see through a lot of the windows up on top of the truck. You just can't. So you know what? On this straightaway, let's go and take another peek. Look at that. You got like a little something up here. May not be much, but you can still see something. Look, you see something out of that one too. Nice. For a minute, I didn't think I was going to be able to get back in time. But so far, this truck here is pretty darn good. Like I said before, you can't really add too much to it, but it's pretty detailed. Oh, guess what? I just spotted the clock. This truck has a working clock. Apparently, the clock is on top of the near the visor in the center. That's the clock. The other thing I also noticed is that this here has it looks like it has a half digital and have old school gas gauge on it, because the gas gauge is like, all right, you see what if you see what the speedometer is, look to your right, and there it is. It's the one that's kind of going upwards from the side, kind of like a little over 3 o'clock. Now, if you notice on the bottom, there's like little dots, little LED dots. I guess, you know what I'm saying? I guess that indicates how much fuel is in there. And then you still have your needle still pointing where it has to go. I was not expecting for that to happen when I was trying to make that move, I swear. I don't like crashing, I don't like ramming. But I guess I didn't get it turned around in time to get that other camera shot. So I apologize for the wreck that I have just displayed on here. But overall, I gotta give this truck good remarks. Alright, let me stop driving in that view, huh? I think I'll stop driving in that view now, because I almost totaled out the truck badly. But yes, this truck I've got to give good reviews on. Alright, the graphics are there. It's not doing anything to the pixel rate. It's running nice and smooth. You may not be able to add too many things to the truck, but the truck's got its own luster to it. You know, you can add a few things to it. You know, it's not bad. I do like this truck. Yeah, I do like this truck. This truck in my eyes gets the good mod. Thumbs up. Now keep in mind also, one thing that I have noticed that I have forgotten is that anytime that you look at my videos and you want to check out the mod reviews, make sure you look at the time that these are dated, because I noticed I don't have the version that these mods are good for. Now, if I remember correctly, let's see, I think the current mod, the current upgrade is what, 1.2.1.1. I'm not sure. I forget. I would have to double check that, and I can actually put it down in the description alongside with the mod link. So once I do have that down, though, I have the mod link in there and stuff, and I have all the other stuff down for you. You'll know exactly what these, which version for your game this will work for. I really don't need those lights on. I just have it on just to show off. I do like having rotators. I actually have a light on top of my own truck. Don't get caught driving around with them, though. The way I'm doing. There's actually a law against it called dazzling. about to make the wrong turn, aren't I? Oh my gosh. Wow. Did I really just do that? I think that's the second time that I've done that in my videos. I was about to make the wrong turn like that. Truck thought he was going to beat me. I saw what that truck was trying to do. That truck wasn't going to beat me doing that. Ew. Me, homie. Okay, now you have to sit there with your back. That's right, spell that. Alright, hold up. Why in the world? Alright, I can understand the van. But why is that tanker here at a car dealership? Truck dealership? That don't make no sense. Yeah, that makes no sense. Alright, now let's see. Am I going to be able to back this truck up in there like that in that tight space? I guess we're about to find out. I tell you though, I do like the fact this truck did come with its own light bar. And not one of them cheesy ones neither. Like it actually came with a real looking light bar. I do like that. You know, I wonder if those amber lights show up at night. If you can actually tell that they're on. You can actually see the reflection of the amber. That would be so nice to have an amber light on the truck and you can actually see it reflect. Having different weather conditions like foggy weather, you can see it. Yeah, that would be so cool once that gets developed. 'Cause I know eventually someone's gonna do it. All this person needs is the idea fed to them and they run with it. That is nice. I tell you, I think a lot of trucks should come with the option to have amber fog lamps. Not enough vehicles come with the option to have amber. Amber is such a nice look to a truck. And the person who made this truck knew that, which is why they put it on there. Well, we are at the dealership. We have dropped off our load. Load is nice and centered. Well, for the most part, I mean centered enough to, to call it a go. And we got in here with our nice, good old, pretty Freightliner. And I mean pretty Freightliner. I'm telling you, when I said I was looking for this truck, I was looking for this truck for a bit. All right. It took me a while to find it, and then once I did find it, I couldn't really find, the mods that actually worked, because a lot of the ones that I found don't work. That's one of the other reasons why I'm doing a review on this, because this one here does work. And I want all of y'all out there to have, to have these things that work, because not every mod works on my computer. All right, there are some mods out there that I'm still trying to do, but can't get my hands on. But overall, I hope you all liked the review. If you like what you saw, hit like, please subscribe. Until the next time, happy trucking.